touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then you.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. This has been a heck of a season. I started off 0-2. Started practicing a little bit on those next 4 games. Went on a 4-game win streak. Just started practicing and learned a few things. I had sort of a hell game in week 7. Went on another stretch, and we back at it. Let's get it. This is the MVP level, so you already know what type of time I play on. This is where the going gets tough and the tough gets going, baby. No music in the background due to copyright claims. Every down is a fight. Every down is a contest. That's my motto. Try not to do nothing extra. Just keep it simple, have fun, move the chains. That's how I feel. Let's get it, baby.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 60 outlaw. You better bring pilot. 64. Weak. On the pin.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. And this is caught. Herman Moore. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's good for Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. True draw quarters. Crouch. 58 to mine.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now here's Young. Sliding out of the pocket. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
218, chop. Go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And that's complete to Cooks. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Young. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, Steve Young. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll run on first down. It's Brown. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. With safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Bravo. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got 4.
Ready? Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Vic now. Buying time to his left. And his pass incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together, the defense is playing better, and Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, Week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in Week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team. I think Ryan...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Come on. We better now.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. The third down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. On the return, Hester. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Vick operating on 1st down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Michael Vick. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 19 yards away. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Protein spill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
58, boys, 58, 58. Hey, Foxtrot. Blue jaw Corkers. Alert 3, ready?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Greystone travel. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, Alpha. Lost the run. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hit it.
A first down throw for Young. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
58's the Mike. In your face. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Go.
Now Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
High 7.
Young now from the 50. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So another catch for Herman Moore, and back in his day, he was a volume receiver. He still is, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What do you have, over 100 catches 3 different times in the league? That's pretty impressive.
Still holds the franchise mark with 123 catches way back in 95. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Tuggle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the fourth team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. With it is Brown. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on. Let's go.
Now a first down throw for Young. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. No gain there on the completion, second and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Check 50, check 50. 61, matchbox, lights. Steve Griffin, Steve Griffin.
Here's Steve Young. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. J.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack that time by Michael Strahan. Now Young on fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Tuggle. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Okay, it was fourth down, but you still had time here in the fourth quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
So here's Vic following the interception. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On second down now, Dickerson. third down play there for the Jags. 53 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On first down, Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Brown. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Go.
Young. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start here with Jackson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Vick. It's complete. He's got Gronk. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ray Guy now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And this is caught. Herman Moore. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Flushed out right. They'll run it. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Check 49, check 49. Protein spill. Shoot.
Here's Young. On the move to his left. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Move, Pilot, 64, weak. He's coming. Double up.
On third down, Dickerson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, do. Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Herman Moore. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Night Train Lane.
Motion. Hey, Delta. Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
Following the interception, Young. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Michael Strahan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now the first throw in overtime for Young. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
From the gun, Steve Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Hope. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
General West.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Four down. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd
Here we
and
go.
7.
60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Hey, Wahoo. Go. Take it. Get it.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been. Or check us out at easports.com.
Literally lost my train of thought. Coming out the huddle right here, I literally lost my train of thought. My train of thought was to go to the wheel route and change the play if I saw a bump and run and go right over their head. And he bit down on the safety, and Moore supposed to win on the streak. He supposed to win on the wheel route. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. This was my second read, but he came up. That was already a first down right there. I guess I was targeting this player so many times that he knew I was hot routing to him. That's why they call it hot route. This ain't even worth watching. That's just poor gap assignments. Poor gap assignments. Poor users, and pretty much gave up after that part. But right here, man, I threw some picks along the way, but that was a nice resilient drive on the last one. Appreciated Calvin for that. He came through in the clutch. Man, that was crazy. Just made some bad reads today, that's all. A couple of, just wasn't getting no separation. That's what happens when you don't get separation. You get kind of desperate. Oh, man. And you learn from your mistakes. Riley Castro. Yo, what's up, man? Just threw it away. Just like that. That's how it go. When you don't get separation, you got to just take the breadcrumbs off the table and just feed yourself with the breadcrumbs. And I was getting breadcrumbs all day and I was eating good, but that desperation kicks in, boy. Pressure bust pipes. That's all I can say. See you in the next playoff run. At least we still in the MVP level. Get 5,800 coins for each win. So that's how I go. We'll be back. See ya. Next time we'll be back with a better Brandon Cooks when I get them 1,000 trophies up there. I'm on the way. There go 20 more. I'm out of here.